Hello, hello. I see some old friends. Hello, Amr. Hello, Camille. Happy New Year indeed. We're doing this just before the countdown. Not just. There's still a couple of hours. And right here in the UK, it's now 7 o'clock. I'm sure some in lots of my, well, where lots of my viewers are, which is continental Europe. Most of it's now 8 o'clock, I guess. So we have like a couple of hours left. I just did a countdown with my friends and family in Hong Kong. So that was around 3 hours ago. So it's weird, right? Like every time, like we stagger into the new year. Some people live in the future. I'm still living in the past. Hello, Amr. Long time no see. It has been a very long time. You're right. I forgot how to do this, like just now. So there is a thing in the software called Studio Mode where I can see the current video that is being streamed versus what I want to show you next. And then I couldn't find the button to activate the Studio Mode because I haven't done this for like more than a month. I felt so stupid. So yeah, good to see you again. I don't know when the last time you were here was. When was the last time you were here? But I remember you. Don't worry, Amr, you're a regular. And oh yeah, Camille, thanks for being a member. I've been very happy to have you supporting my work, obviously, and I hope that this continues into the new year. And anyone who likes my content is very welcome to become a member as well, and all that. But you know the deal. It really helps me out, to be honest. I'll talk more about that later, but it's not been a good period of time. What was I saying? Yeah, it's like around 5 past now. I have something to show you. So you see, I've been talking to the mic very mysteriously. I have been hiding behind the welcome screen because if you look at the thumbnail, did you notice what it says? It's kind of a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. I've been working on this for a long time. It's come bit by bit. It takes some. It's been 2 months. Yeah, that tracks, because the last time I streamed was the one where I played a game. So that was over a month ago. Yeah, so I've been working on my setup a little bit because when I started doing this, I really didn't expect to continue streaming for such a long, or didn't expect to like actually enjoy it so much. So I didn't care about how my setup looked. And then the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it, and I feel like I want to make it look better. So I started making tiny bits of tweaks here and there. So if you have been watching my streams for a long time, I know some of you have, and thank you very much. You will notice that I have been making tiny changes bit by bit, like fixing the sound or moving the camera around, moving the mic around, and so on, like changing what's on behind me. And then, but there is one big change that I've been meaning to make from like October, but I couldn't find the time to do it. And then around like a couple of weeks back, I suddenly, like, I had an urge, like you know how it works, right? Sometimes you just feel like I gotta do it now. I feel like doing. Hello, Ludwig, welcome. I'm talking about I'm gonna show you. So one day I just felt like I'm gonna do it, and then I did it. So let's see. I think we have enough old friends here now. At least I know 3 of you guys have been in chat. So it's time for the big reveal. So let's play a game, right? So you tell me, especially people who've been watching for a long time, you tell me what's different. There are at least, like, I think 2-3 major things that I've changed, like over the past month, because I haven't done this for so long. I had the time to like make more changes while I wasn't streaming. So here we go. Ta-da! So it looks quite different from what you used to, I'm sure. I mean, now when I look at my old streams, they just feel like old school. So Chat, come on, let's see. Tell me, what do you notice? New haircut. Haircut is not part of the setup. I get a haircut like every month, every other month. So that's not part of the setup. This setup should be here for like a good amount of time. Because I feel good now. I like how it looks. I'm waiting for your guesses, chat. Like, tell me what do you notice? Oh yeah, and the good thing is I don't like have to look to the side in order to look in the camera. Now, I'm spoiling it. I'm not spoiling it. New curtain? No, not a new curtain. The curtain has always been there, and it's sometimes been a pain in the ass actually. No, actually, there's good and bad. Sometimes I would put chat, like a chat box. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to. Oops. Wait, hold on. I forgot to put chat on screen. See, I haven't done this for so long. Wait. Bam. Yeah, chat's back. Yeah, I totally forgot. I just moved things around so much. Yeah, chat's back. Yeah, you can see chat. Thank God. Oh, phew. Let's see. No differences? Nah, I thought you would know best, Camille. Hello, hey, Nicole. I remember you as well. Welcome back to the streams. I'm glad people are still watching, because I was worried. Like, I haven't done this regularly for so long. People are going to forget I exist. Like, even my last stream did like pretty poorly compared to my normal ones. And then I've been quite busy doing other things, so I haven't like made any big video projects. And then... So I'm just worried people won't be like interested in my stuff anymore, but I'm glad you're still here. New camera, Amir, you got 1 point. Congratulations. Ding, ding, ding. Do I have any... Oh, let's see if I got any sounds I could use. I should make myself a soundboard, you know what? I should totally do that. But, I mean, let's see. Hold on. I'm put this on. Do I have a soundboard? There was one sound that I used for a podcast episode. Let's try this. Is it this one? Oh yeah, I think that's the one. That's the one when you get a point. Yay! Sorry, that felt so silly. It's so delayed. This actual sound is like 1 second into the file. You know what? I'm gonna look into how to make a soundboard. New mic. No, I've been using this mic since oh my god, 2021. No, 2021. Because in the way, that's so weird. I can't figure out the timeline. Because the mic actually came with a job that I did, but before that I had already been doing podcasts, so I'm confused now. Maybe I had this in 2020. Either way, it's old, so I wouldn't mind if someone would like sponsor a new mic for me. No, actually I have lots of other needs. New angle of view, Nicole. You got the most important thing, a very very important difference. New headset. Oh, this is actually not new, but I guess to you guys it's new because my headset also broke. Like, that is part of my problems. Like, everything, all of my tech and stuff have been breaking. Because, like, I got lots of them around 2020, and then, like, everything's just starting to break down now. So, my usual trusty headset, it's dead. Now I'm relying on this one. This is also quite old, like you can see. But yeah, what can I do? That's how things happen. So you guys, my desk used to be right there by the window. You might remember the window. Just it would be like on top of the radiator there, and then you would see the bookshelf and the wardrobe. Now I've completely moved the desk over here. Honestly, I've been wanting to do that. I had been wanting to do that for a long time because it's actually really bad for my technology to have direct sunlight on it, on the desk, like my monitor and stuff. And because of that, my monitor was like to the side. So I was always looking that way when I was streaming. So I was talking to you that way, and when I filmed a video, I would be looking that way as well. So yeah, so that was one reason. And then the other reason is streaming, obviously, because I thought it was a really awkward angle to always have to do that. So now I can finally, now I'm looking straight in my monitor, like my monitor's right in front of me, which is something that's completely new in terms of my setup. And also you guys are here. Hello. Hi, chat. And yeah, I hope you like it. Tell me what you think, honestly, because I spent a lot of time on it. So those are the two main things. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I talked about the new angle of view. Oh, and for this, I had to also like tidy up my room as well. And you might guess like how how much work that was. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think, chat. What else? Yeah, camera. I got this camera as a Christmas gift for myself. Nobody got me any gifts. Okay, but I'm not whining. And my last video, if you haven't seen it, not many of you saw my last video. My last video was like my test drive, the sign language one. So if you haven't seen it, do it like after this stream. What was I saying? Yeah, so that was a test drive for this new camera. It's got a pretty wide view. That's why I had a lot of stuff to tidy up before I could go on stream. And then I have a big video coming up that I filmed during a trip last week or 2 weeks ago ish, and it also functions as a webcam. So, bam, there we are. It's my webcam now. It was a unique view. Unique is a very loaded word. Yeah, I know what you mean, because like I haven't watched a lot of streams beforehand. Like I'm not a big stream watcher, so I wasn't very conscious of what makes a good view, and so on. But it was certainly like unique, as you say, Nicole. Very good way to put it. This one's more like normal, right? So like I can relax in my chair like this. And yeah, and you can see my new poster. I got a new poster. Have I told you the story of my posters? Oh my god, have I? Oh, let me know if anyone of you, if I have. I'm sure like Kami will remember. But that is my newish poster right there. It's really hard to point. Yep, that way. I wasn't able to show you that because of the unique view. It looks like I was under the Wait, it looked past tense. I think it looks like now, if you ask me. Hold on. I'm confused now. Let me see. How did I look back then? I mean, I think it looks like I'm under the stairs now, if I have to be honest, because this one is actually the what do you call that? The roof, I guess, or the inside of this. It's a slanted ceiling. That's what it is. Not my favorite part. So I'm gonna tell you my ideas. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna put like postcards on here, like they are posters, because I like buying postcards, but I'm too lazy to send them. So I just have stacks of postcards of places I love that I was too lazy to send to people. So I'm thinking, oh, I could just put them here, like, and then they could be like posters, tiny posters, and it like, if I like shift my camera further that way, it might look like a nice backdrop. Attic. No, I'm this attic. No, the attic is that there's nothing on the other side of this. I think the attic is when the like underneath. So this is attic, and then no, that's a roof. When it's slanted, the attic is here, right? That's attic. So technically, I'm in part of the attic, I think. Yeah. I don't know much about like building terminology. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Also, like I thought about putting lights up here, but that's gonna be a theme. I don't want to sound like I'm whining too much, but like there's so many things I want to do, but I just can't afford them right now. I want some lights, but it's not happening anytime soon. But anyway, speaking of lights, that's the relatively minor change. I got a new light. So now instead of like having light on top of me, you have light on my face. Yay! I look pro. Don't you love that? And then I could like dim the lights, the rest of the lights in the room, and then like put a one little cute thing over there. That's a Christmas house that I've owned for many years. I think like at least 4 years now, and then like I rarely got to use. What I want to do is I want to put like a colored light in there, and it's going to look like cozy and everything. Now it's just white light, but you know, plans. I can make plans. You mean cramped? Yeah, probably. Let me see. Did I look cramped? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because it's a weird angle. Because I had to limit it to like a certain part of the room. So yeah, that probably looked a bit more cramped. This one's more spacious. And the camera is a big part of it as well, because the camera has such a wide view that it looks more spacious. Oh, I should move this over. Why is it not sitting? Sit, dragon. No. Why don't you sit? That's a little souvenir I got back from my trip. What else? You forgot to watch the new video. Don't worry. You can get back to it. I have to be honest. That one sort of flew under the radar. It's not doing too well, but you know what? I'm not doing it for the views. I'm doing it for myself. So if you guys haven't watched it, it's like a good old language learning update. You know, I used to do more of that because when this channel started, I was like mainly making videos about like my own language learning. So like, for example, I think I did lots of like Hebrew videos in the start, like in the early days. So I was like, oh, so how I've been learning, what I've been trying, what I've changed, what's worked for me, what I learned. And then later on, I sort of did less of that because I don't know, I don't like talking too much about myself, I suppose. It feels awkward. I mean, the point is to talk about myself, but I feel awkward talking about myself. And unless it's on stream, then I feel like I feel less self-important, self-aggrandizing. But then that one, so the latest video is another video about like my learning progress, and specifically about my sign language, my BSL learning journey. Because I think I've discovered a lot in the past few months about like what it means to be a signer, to be a sign language user. So that's sort of it's about like my attitude towards sign language and what it means to me. And obviously it's in the target language, so it wasn't easy to make. I had to like write a script using my limited vocabulary, and then as I said, I used the video as like a test drive with a new camera, and thank you, Amr, it looks fire. I do like it a lot. I think the camera isn't everything. You do need to like you couple it with like good lighting and everything, good camera angles, good like storyboarding. But I'm trying. Like I'm learning bit by bit. Like I wasn't trained in video production, but I try to observe. I mean, I edit my own videos, so like I have my own opinions on what looks good. We'll see if the next video looks good. Anyway, I was talking about, yeah, so I filmed the video, and then when I looked at it, when I edited it, because I had to put subtitles and everything, I was like, oh, that looks horrible. I didn't like how my signing looked. So I actually fell into like a tiny bout of like self-doubt, because before that I felt pretty confident with my sign language abilities, because I was like properly communicating with people, and like I was talking to people, and people were like, they understood everything. So I felt good about that. And then I filmed myself, and then I looked at my own signing, and I was like, oh my god, I look like crap. I look nothing like how I wanted to look. So I don't know. It's the video's up, so it's a good video to look back on in the future when I get better. Like I know I'm gonna get better at some point, but like, it's good to look back on that. And also I like just a few days after that, we had to do a presentation in my sign language class, and then my teacher said I did well. So I don't know. Like we'll see. Nicole, you've been to Wales at the weekend and you have to admit you've made little progress. How do you stop yourself being dragged for keeping your current languages alive? Dragged? What do you mean by dragged? Like slowed down? Maybe? Is that what you mean? To be fair, I'm not the, at least at the moment, right? At the moment I have lots of things on my plate. So I'm not really doing the classic intensive studying, or as much as I would like to. Like I see other people on other polyglots on YouTube saying, "Oh, I'm spending this week studying this language. I'm watching TV. I'm writing journals. I'm reading. I'm speaking. I have like one lesson a week, and I really admire that. Like, why I can't bring myself to do that. So I have to be honest with you. I struggle with motivation as well. I mean, I do. I see them tracking all their progress. I'm just gonna drop the name. I love Elise Speaks. If you guys watch her, so I watch her stuff and like I really admire what she does. I just can't bring myself to do that. Like especially not with the very rigid tracking. So what I've been doing is I just listen to like radio and stuff in Welsh. I'm trying to build a reading habit. I think I got somewhere like a month or two ago. Like I started reading every day and then I stopped again. But it's fun. It feels good to finish books. I do switch between my languages. Yeah, if you asking me how I maintain my different languages, is that I just spend time with them. So when it comes to reading, I never read 2 books in a row in the same language. So like I did, I don't know, like German, Polish, Welsh, and then like cycle again. Oh, I did like 1 book in English. So yeah, that's why I'm a big like podcast listener, at least when I can, because it feels like it doesn't feel like it's taking a lot of my time. When I'm watching television or videos, I feel like, oh, I'm so guilty because I'm spending my time on stuff that's not productive. Because it's not something I have to do, right? Something I want to do. So I feel bad about it. And then with podcasts and radio, it's more like when I'm going somewhere, so I have some free time anyway. So I feel better about it. But yeah, with one of my problems with BSL is that I can't listen to it, so I don't get to spend as much time with the language, other than like using it with people. But also, I mean, I meet my signing friends multiple times a week, at least during term time, so that helps. That's a huge factor. But I'm gonna tell you about my trip later on. That's gonna be our catch up. Any New Year's resolutions? That could be like a topic. We can talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I see. I haven't planned anything to do today, and so I'm just gonna chat with you guys. It's like meeting old friends, you know. It's cozy. We're prepping up for the new year, so I'm just gonna find a bunch of stuff to talk about. New Year's resolutions being one of them. I talked about that with a friend of mine last night at like fucking 4 a.m. And I honestly, I don't think I have like any particular personal goals except to finish my freaking degree. That's kind of important. But we'll talk about that later. So before we move on with that, just a little plug. So Gamil was asking, right? Yeah, I think Was it Camille asking? Yep. So Polyglot Gathering, it's happening. Oh, sorry about the loud noise. Apparently Camille and Ludwig are going, so that's good. So I am going. So if you don't know, Polyglot Gathering, that is the yearly event where you go to a place. There's lots of talks and activities. The main thing is to just hang out with other people who love languages. So that includes lots of our viewership here, and of course me and my friends. So initially I was hesitant whether to go, partly because I'm afraid it might clash with my doctorate examination, which I can't possibly predict when it is. So I think eventually I was like, I can't block out my entire year for that, so I'm just gonna go for it. And the other reason is I have to be in Canada in February, and that doesn't clash with the gathering, but it does drain my finances. So I would be very grateful if like you guys could chip in to help me out a little bit to go there. So it feels very shameless, but I have to do it. It's so yeah. No pressure. I'm just gonna put it here. If anyone's happy to help me out, that would be great. Thankfully, there's been like lots of travel planning. Like I think my itinerary will be to head to Vienna and then take the train there. So hopefully everything works out well. I am definitely going mainly because my friends are going with me, my podcast friends. So like, dang, I have to go now, and lots of old friends to meet up with. It's so one annoying thing when you have lots of friends from the event is that it's like it's basically the only place where you meet them, because when, for example, let's say I make a friend in June who's from, I don't know, like Belarus or something, and I want to visit them. We could just say like, oh, we could just meet up next Polyglot Gathering. You don't have to come over. But then once you basically have to meet at the gathering, then you have to pay for it, and it's like a big deal. And oh well, but that's how it is. I have lots of friends at the gathering at this point. And there are lots of regulars as well. Lots of people who want to go but haven't been, or some people who go there once in a while. I know most of the organizers. Like just a few days back, I sent an email to ask them something, and then the organizer, the head, just replied in Polish because she knows I speak Polish. So like, oh hey Israel, here's what you need. You can't safely go to Eastern Europe. Oh Jesus. Can you say? I mean, you don't have to. Just if you can. Like, what is a problem? That feels like a big deal. But the gathering. Oh, I didn't even mention. The gathering is in Brno in Czechia. So technically, if you ask Czechs especially, they will insist it's not Eastern Europe. So I haven't been to Brno though. I've passed through it before when I lived in Vienna. Do you know I lived in Vienna? Yeah, I lived in Vienna for a little bit, and then I went to Prague. Why did I say that with an accent? Prague one time, and I passed through Brno. But I haven't been there, and I've got a friend who comes from there, so it's gonna be fun. Amr won't be there. It's a big commitment, to be fair, because it's for one, you have to pay for the event, and also you have to like be someplace at a specific time, so you can't like just pick the cheapest flights. You're limited by the dates. So it's a huge commitment. It's overwhelming. It's lots of people. Last year there was like 800, which is insane. Hopefully it's going to be fewer. You really want to go to Czechia? Oh, I realized the chat on screen is like really slow, because I read the chat and then like 10 seconds later it shows up. Yeah, I'm relatively neutral about Czechia. I don't feel particularly about it either way. Last year I went to Olomouc. If you saw the video about my friend Camila who learned Cantonese, that was in Olomouc in Czechia. You're LGBT, so you have been warned off. Fair enough. I think depends on where. I think Czechia might be relatively okay. I mean, I'm not the like visible LGBT like members, so I can't like say from personal experience, but I mean, all I know is Czechia is really what do you call that? Secular, right? Secular. So I think it's relatively okay. You maybe ask people, but yeah, if you go east of that, it might become a problem, because I know Poland has a whole anti like that, what's called that, the LGBT free zones, which is a really weird name to give to places. Camille, you're kind of afraid, but you will go. I know it's quite daunting the first time. I remember, hello, physical gamer. Oh yeah, all my old friends are here. How are you doing? How's the end of the year doing for you? For you was that accent. Anyway, so I remember the first time I went to the Polyglot Gathering that was in Berlin in 2016. I was like, I've heard about this for a long time. I really want to go, but I'm really apprehensive. I think most people feel like that when they go there for the first time. But then it's really welcoming. You have to get ready for like this particular. It's a special atmosphere because there's lots of people who are passionate about one thing, which it's not something you come across often. And it's also lots of people. If you're not used to being around lots of people, it's very overwhelming. I'm an introvert myself, and even though I came from a big city, a giant city, I've gotten used to the like smaller cities. So it is a bit overwhelming, and like everyone just keeps talking about the same things. Depends. Like if you're passionate about it, if you like to talk about languages and things, it's a great environment to just be yourself, because among normal people, you might feel like you're being a weirdo by talking so much about what you're passionate about. But then once you're there, you will probably be outdone, because there is lots of people who are even nerdier than you, quite likely, and lots of neurodivergent people as well. So like you will not stand out. So that's I guess good and bad thing. Happy New Year in advance, and to you. Remind me, are you in like South America? Is that where you are? Fine for you till now, just chilling, swinging in a hammock. Wow, watching a stream in a hammock. I don't think I've even been in a hammock. That's insane. Where like it's dreary right here. Like you can see that. The good thing about this new setup, yeah, you missed out, Physico. Like we were talking about the new setup and the new background and everything. So you can see it's dark, it's rainy as fuck today, and also just lots of just cars passing by. So like very dreary, not chill at all. Could be potentially. I mean, when I've got my tea, it's pretty chill. So yeah, Polyglot Gathering. So I think 2 of you guys are going. It's also like it's before you go to gathering, it's really fun. Hold on, let me. Oops, take this away. Just give me a second, because my old camera is still on the screen. When I want to share screen. This one. Yep. So let's see. So this one. Oh wait, why is it on? Wait, what? Where? Oh, right. Sorry. Again, new setup and everything. I have to manage my software things. How do I put my YouTube chat? Hold on. Chat is here. Chat's back. Okay. Background for the chat. And then what? Bam. Okay, so I should have set this up earlier. Hold on, how do I do this? No, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. This one. Can shrink myself. That's how the what do you call that? That's how the sausage is made. That's how you do it. Okay, good. I was saying, so when you sign up for the gathering, they ask you if you want your information to be published publicly. That's kind of redundant. And so it's really great. You can, I mean, there's some people who refuse to let people know, which is fine, perfectly fine. I respect that. But the nice thing is you can see like everyone who's signed up. So you can see if your friends are going, or like if some influencers or famous people are going. Let's see. I think I just saw that. Yeah. So Easy Polish are going, plural in English. So yeah, my bosses are going to be there, which is going to be fun. Last year I went with them, like we drove there together and then stayed with them, which was fun. Let's see if Language Sim has not signed up. I think Multilingual Matt has signed up. So yeah, it's great. So you can go like meet and greet or something. not that I'm encouraging you to like stalk people, but you know what. Do you have a special technique to improve listening where you can understand 80-90% with subs? So you Endo. What language is your name? It's your first time. Good to see you. Special technique? No, just practice. There's no special technique. Do you mean like you already understand it when you have subs on? Like so the reading helps you understand the listening. So the easy answer is to turn off the subs, I guess. If you already understand it so well, you don't really need the subs. But I guess my special technique would be to like build it up like Legos. So in the beginning, you're trying to pick up individual words. Most people start that way, and then but when you do that, you can't really catch up with the speaking speed. So you try to tell your brain to focus gradually on like bigger and bigger phrases, like 2 words at a time, or like complete phrases like in the school as one unit instead of just in the school, but in the school. Things like that. So, and then eventually you can just like continue zooming out. It's like zooming out of the picture, and then you understand more and more of the text at the same time. You can try repeating it. I've tried repeatedly listening to something. It has been raining a lot these days. Is that in Egypt, if I remember? Physical, you're in South America. It's so hot in here. Being in a hammock helps with the sweltering heat. How hot? What's the weather? Let's see. I don't know where exactly you are. I'm just gonna look for a random place. Oh my goodness! I would die in that weather. That's why I live in Europe. Me, when I tell British people that I live here for the weather, they are absolutely in shock. You would love to go to a Polyglot Gathering. You lack the money and time. I know. That was one pro of one advantage of moving to Europe, because it's closer to the Polyglot Gathering. Like before I went for the first time, I'd heard of it for several years, but I was in Hong Kong, so I couldn't go. So when I spent my year abroad in Sweden, I was like, yep, I'm definitely going. And then moved back to Hong Kong to finish my first degree. Couldn't go again. And then since then, I moved to the UK, and I've been going there every year, basically. So it's a pro. Because there's also the Polyglot Conference, but it moves around. Like it was in South America for a bit. It was in North America for a bit, but it's been in Europe the past 2. Wait, what's the word? Editia. No, not editions. The past 2 not incarnations. What's the word? I'm losing my English word. Last two years, I suppose. Good pronunciation helps Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think it, yeah, I keep forgetting to remind people to focus on pronunciation because I naturally focus on, I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I focus on it. Like I naturally, I'm more attentive. I try to imitate it more. So I forget to tell people to do that. I actually, speaking of pronunciation, someone just asked me, a friend just asked me on Instagram, like if I have tips for starting sign language, and I gave them like a couple, but one of them is to focus on pronunciation as well, because lots of people take it for granted. They think they can copy signs very easily, but no, there's like very rigid definitions on like where your hands need to be, what they need to do. So you need to like actually focus on what to do, and it's the same with spoken language. My special technique is to be a Cantonese polyglot Chad. I will neither confirm nor deny that. Resyllabification. What does that mean again? I forgot what that means. Resyllabification. I know what the literal meaning is, but I don't know what the process is. Polyglot Miles, I'm back. Good to see you. Good to see you too. I'm glad people are still here. Like I was saying, I was worried people wouldn't come anymore because I've stopped doing it regularly. I don't know. What do you think? Again, chat. Tell me. What do you think? Would you rather? Oh, like no. Are you more likely to tune in if I do this regularly, like every week or so, or if I do this less regularly? Because it could go either way. Like if I do this regularly, it builds a habit of like communicating, taking part. But if I do this less regularly, maybe like if I do it regularly, you might be like, oh, I can skip this one. But if I do it less regularly, then you sort of be like, oh, I have to tune in to catch up. And that's what I'm doing right now. Polyglot Mouse. This is just a catch up stream. I'm not even studying today. Even though, like, even when I'm doing my studying streams, I spend like 15 minutes talking anyway. so there hasn't been a difference yet. Happy New Year indeed. Iterations for sure. It's still early afternoons. So it's good. Yeah, you're excited for the next. I've had ups and downs, but we're gonna leave that for later. Like, it's been yeah. I see lots of people doing like 2024 recap posts on Instagram, and then I'm just a bit lazy. Maybe I should do it. I might do it, but I'm lazy. There's so much effort to write a recap. So I'm doing a verbal recap now. No, not now. In a little bit. You think it's good to do it when your schedule fits. The more often, the better. But monthly, weekly is all right. Okay, yeah. I definitely I do fit it around my schedule. I've said both schedule and schedule now. I can't decide on which one. Because I do have things to do. I have studies to be studied. I have music to be musicked. And I don't have a job yet. I would be open to having one. No, I need one actually. Oh my goodness. I just lost some work, some teaching work, so I'm in a bit of a ditch right now. But yeah, so when I'm busier, and that's why I've stopped for a little bit. I had a tiny bit of burnout from streaming, I suppose. Not serious, but like I wanted a little break. So when the last stream didn't get that much traction, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like take a breather and come back to it. Focus on other things. Focus on my music because I have a deadline to deadline. Just kidding. That's my theme now. So I focus on other things, and then like now that I'm. It's not that I'm freer, but you know, it's a special occasion. It's the New Year, and I didn't do Christmas either. Last year I did Christmas streams. Do you remember last year I did? I remember Physical Gamer was here. I remember you. Physical Gamer was here when I played Chants of Sennaar. So it was fun, but this year I couldn't like dedicate that much time to like doing multiple game streams. So now we're doing a New Year stream, or what do you call that? New Year's Eve stream. Nicole, with BSL, one might think it was entirely skill-based and therefore in the procedural memory, not declarative. Oh my god, you're speaking linguistics to me. Hold on. Skill-based and therefore in the procedural memory, not. I sort of vaguely get what you mean, I think. Is it like, so you put it in like different part of your analytical brain? Because in is that what you're talking about? The declarative. I don't know how like the brain works when it comes to acquiring language. I mean, I'm a language learner. I'm not a researcher in language learning, even though I wish I were. I vaguely get what you mean. I know I get what you mean. So you think about it differently. Um, yeah, you might think it's like learning to, I don't know, clean a window or something. It's like a motor skill, but when in reality it's a combination of those, right? It's got meaning in it. Hello, what? Ludzgndwe. Hello, is it your first time? Welcome to the stream. Happy New Year's Eve. So now was such a good game. Unfortunately, it's too unique. I know. It's like I won't say victim of his own success. No, there's no victim. It's just good. It's a great game. I miss it. I wish there were like a different game that is similar to it. People have talked about, what's the name? Heavens something. Wait, what is it called again? I'm sure some of you know it because it's also a pretty big game in like the language nerd sphere. Well, what I'm trying to say is I bought the game. Heaven's Vault, yeah, Heaven's Vault. So I bought it on a sale. So I thought maybe if there's demand, maybe if you chat wants to see it, I might do it. But it's not. I've read people talk about it, and it's not the same. It's not. It doesn't engage your language brain as much because it's just like word for word English. But like, you also guess the language. You guess what an ancient language means, but it's actually just a word for word translation from English. Chants of Sinnoh was great in the sense that it's like they are actual conlangs, not complete ones, because for one the vocabulary was small, and also it didn't even have pronunciations. It was just the signs, like the characters. But like they had different grammars. That was so fun. Yeah. I've like different ideas for games. Like I don't want to just play a game because I'm not a gaming channel, but I want a language twist on the game. So like last time that was a language themed game, and then my last stream was just a puzzle game, but I'm using it to practice my target language, Polish. And then next year when Tales of the Mabinogion comes out, I'm going to play that. And this is for Nicole as well. I don't know, Nicole, if you play games, but there's an upcoming game which is about Welsh mythology, and the audio is completely in Welsh, so I'm definitely going to stream that. Polyglot Mouse, you want to focus more on language learning next year? Don't we all, Mouse? Don't we all? This year was busy with my last year of high school, but now that I got into top college, a lot of stress has been lifted. The next year is going to be my most stressful one, I think, because I have no excuses anymore. I have to finish my degree. I'm going to be job hunting in one way or another. I'm not sure what I'm hunting for yet. Potentially full-time job, but also I think I'm inclined towards something part-time so I can like continue working on like art and content and stuff. Hopefully this actually gets somewhere where I can live off it, but not at the moment. But yeah, so it's going to be very stressful, I'm sure. But you know, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. That's the saying, right? Are you familiar with the dreaded college application season? Well, not specifically the American one, but I've been through application seasons. I mean, I've been to university. I've done it 3 times, so I know what the application is like. And also, as a composer here, what we usually do is we do lots of applications towards like artist development schemes, and that is like at least 5 times a year you have to write applications. So it's not that different. I do that every single year. In fact, I have to do it right now. I have like a week towards the deadline. I have to write. And I'm even going to write one in Welsh, so that's going to be fun. Great. 500 words about your music in Welsh. Let's go. Nicole said the skill of BSL is like riding a bicycle. Can't explain how. Reality is... Wow. Thanks for the translation. See, I sometimes pretend I'm a linguist. I'm definitely not a linguist. No, actually, I don't pretend. I always make it clear I'm not a linguist. I'm just interested in linguistics. So, thanks for the translation. I know what you mean. Yeah. You can't explain how. Meanwhile, with like language nerds, lots of times you can explain how, but you can't do it, which is the harder thing about learning languages for me. Love games. Oh, great. Yeah, because I don't. I'm not a big gamer. I do once in a while. Just basically, it's only the ones I stream. I only play 2 types of games. Ones that are on my live streams and Pokemon. I don't even finish my Pokemon games, so yeah. But I do enjoy it when I do it. But like, I'm not as dedicated as I could be. Good luck on your degree. That's an incredible accomplishment. Thank you. I need to work on it now. This is my break time. This is like 2 hours of break time. I haven't had a good Christmas. It's been a very stressful Christmas. Because I have people over, so I can't be working on those days. And then once they're gone, I have to like really quickly go through my work again. High school, you're happy to be far away from those dark times. I know. I barely remember it. I've been away from school for like a decade, more than a decade. It's 2025 soon. Jesus. How time flies. It's 5 years since COVID, guys. It's been 5 years. Some people haven't moved on. Oh no, I said the word. YouTube's gonna put like a banner down there now. What else was I gonna talk about? So yeah, let's do a recap. Let's see what I've been up to, and let's see what this channel has been up to in the past year. It's gonna be fun, because lots have happened. I think I did like a brief count of how many videos I made. Let's see. Move this over there. No, okay, doesn't work. That's fine. There we go. So I went back and looked at how many videos I'm gonna put my face somewhere else. I'm gonna put my face on top of my face. And I think I did like 14, and it's been wild, because last year my 2023 was pretty much characterized by the Lithuanian saga. I call it a saga now because there's like it's a series of videos. Let's see. That was 2023. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. About Lithuanian. That was like documenting 1 month, and that was fun. Lots of people loved it. And then this year we've got ups and downs. I've done like relatively well. So when we started, it's a community, so it's our channel, right? So when we started, I did this. This was technically in 2023, because I made it. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! Oh my god, that is scary. So I made this one. This was a hit somehow. It was an interesting thing to make, because I was like breaking down the way I juggle my languages, as I forgot who was asking. Endo was asking. So if you're still here, you can watch the video. But it was a bit ambitious, because that video outlined how I try to juggle my languages, but in reality, other things get in the way. So like, for example, Sometimes I mean I documented like different layers, what level of frequency I do each thing. So if I have to sacrifice something, I would like prioritize them, what's more important, what's less important, and so on. So it wasn't like I couldn't keep to that schedule perfectly all the time. So yeah, do I actually do that now? I don't know. I have that mental like food pyramid in my head. Like I have a list of priorities, what activities in what languages I want to do, but because I'm quite easily stressed out by other parts of my life, whenever I like have a deadline, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna reduce that to a minimum. I'm just gonna do one language and do one thing. Apparently the thumbnail made some people angry. Oops. That's gonna be a common theme. I'm not gonna get into that now, but like some people are angry at my name, and like, what can I say to that? And then there's the hamster one. I think some people really liked it. I mean, I didn't do it for the views. That's one of the videos that I just want to put it out there. It means a lot to me, and I know that's not going to do well because it's a completely different audience, and that's fine. I'm glad I did that. You really like my Lithuanian vids, and it looked like a lot of people do too. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It was quite a high point, I think, in my channel's history, because like, yeah, people really enjoyed it. People were supportive, and people actually, have I told you, people actually came and like said hi to me in the streets of Lithuania. Not anymore, because I'm not there anymore, and so there aren't any people to do that. I'm not like a huge celebrity, but it was fun for a little bit. I still like Lithuanian, but I just can't dedicate as much time to it. It's not as high on my list of priorities because I live in the UK. There's quite a community over here actually. I talked to my friend at some point, and he's a friend who lives in like Lancashire, and he also learns lots of languages, including like Polish and Lithuanian. He says he has been able to use Lithuanian in the UK. Whereas I've done it like once or twice when I meet someone at the language meetup, which, by the way, there's going to be another one in 2 days. But other than that, it's not as useful. Not that Welsh is any more useful, to be honest, but that's a different story. Maybe all you need is to make mini series learning not as popular languages. I actually, you know what, I do enjoy that. I do enjoy that. It's a weird path to go on. It's apparently I've come to be known as like someone who learns niche languages, and it's not something that I want to make my brand. I mean, I'm down with it. The way I choose my languages is just how I feel about them, or any practical reasons for me to do it, like I want to talk to a certain friend and so on. I do have a bit of like, too mainstream for me. I do think a tiny bit that way, but I'm not actively seeking out niche languages. But yeah, it depends. There are certain languages where the native speakers like swarm towards videos about the country. I know Turks do that. I know Lithuanians do that. And these just happen to be my latest two languages. But it depends. Yeah, I have something planned coming up actually. I have a little mini series, I guess, maybe potentially 2 videos, or maybe just 1, I don't know. I have a thing planned in early 2025, which is actually in 4 hours in this time zone. It's gonna happen in a bit. I do want to do that. Depends on my schedule. I do have a lot on my plate, so we'll see. But there is something I've planned, and I have actually dropped a hint earlier in this stream. If you go back and think about what I said, you might be able to guess what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to do like a mini language challenge. I think that's also a different reason why I'm not inclined towards this idea, Polyglot Mouse, because I don't like dabbling. Like, I do dabble in languages, but then I want to do things like I want to take things seriously. When I like a language, I want to really dig into it, like go deep in. I want to learn it really well. And I know lots of like language lovers say that they say they want to like get like a C2, but I actually mean it. Like right now, for example, I'm focusing on 2 languages, the British ones, and I do want to make sure I have like a strong B2 before I move on from them. And this is not a critique of anyone else, but there's lots of people who just learn a bit of something and then they move on, they find something more interesting, and I respect that. It's a personal choice, but it's just not what I do. So unless I start out deciding to dabble, which is not often, but when I want to learn something, I really want to learn language, I really want to learn it. So I can't like cycle through them as quickly. Only half the languages you've learned are niche. I agree, I tend to learn languages that interest me, not because of their size, although I definitely like to study a native American language. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I've been thinking about, speaking of indigenous languages, right? I've been thinking about Maori lately, because don't know if you saw that video going viral. I mean, it's not that it was my first exposure, but you know, that video of the New Zealand Parliament sort of triggered the idea in me. But you know, that's in the future at some point. Only half. What languages have I learned? You know, you're too far into this polyglot rabbit hole when you have to look up what languages you know. Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why people think people think I focus on niche languages is that I don't speak Spanish. I think that's like one giant reason people have that impression of me. I don't speak Spanish, therefore I only learn niche languages. which is fair. I mean, I've still resisted it so far. I just don't have a good reason to do that. And right now the language I'm learning, I have really good reasons. And if you saw my latest video, you would know that, but many of you haven't, so you know, please see the video. Please see why learning BSL is so important to me, and please share it with your friends, because sorry. Oh, I was gonna do some drinking on this. Maybe after, if I finish this tea and then there's still people around. Anyway, yeah, I need a good reason to learn my languages. I get what you're saying. I've only dabbled once or twice, but I prefer sticking to a language until I'm a good level. Yeah, I think it's a really personal choice. Because we're not really learning a language for a like actual significant reason. Like if you have to learn language to move somewhere, then yeah, you will do that. But many of us here in this space, we're just doing it for fun. So I wouldn't judge anyone who wants to like do either, like dabble in a million languages, or like me, focus on one to get it to a really good level. It's all fine. It's the same anyway. You just as long as you're having fun and it has some meaning to you, I guess. Yeah. What was I? Yeah, and then okay, let's go on with the recap. So and then I made this accent video. It's also one that I'm really proud of. Speaking of which, I recently started on Blue Sky. If anyone of you is on Blue Sky, you're welcome to follow me. I'm not posting that much on there yet. Partly because I'm still quite new. I'm like, not as used to the community, but that's me. I'm here. I'm basically replacing Twitter, like most people, because yeah, Twitter is just too annoying now. But there's a thing that's good and bad about Blue Sky, which is the fact that it doesn't do like the algorithmic feed, or at least not as aggressively. So the good thing is I actually see things that I follow, which is good. The bad thing is it's harder to discover things that I'm interested in, I think. So actually I just got did I just get a new follower? Yeah, actually, hey, there you are. So yeah, I'm wanting to. I want to post a bit more in the future. I'm not using it to plug anything yet because I have nobody to plug things to. But I don't know. I want to find a community on Blue Sky first. Anyway, so I made this post about the proudest thing. No, well, not the proudest thing. The things I made recently in the channel that I'm proud of. One of them is the accent video because it's personal. I just said I don't like to talk about myself, but you know, it's interesting. I think it's interesting, right? It's like how my accent has evolved over the years and what and why and what they mean to me. And then the stream things. Yeah. Actually, I think someone in chat suggested I make this compilation and I made it, so I'm proud of that. Anyway, so yeah, that's how and also that might be the first video that I wrote a script and then I like filmed it on location. Because before that, like I had like on location things, but it was more like I just went there and then I yapped the camera, or I would like do videos at home. But that one was like, I wanted to like test out waters, try out new ways of filming. So I went somewhere, I wrote a script and then like decided I'm going to film this here, I'm going to film that there. So that's why you see me hopping between different locations. And then my friend started saying it felt like Tom Scott, which is cool, I guess, because Tom Scott has just retired. So that was fun. Yeah, that, by the way, that was the Welsh Parliament, the Senedd, which is funny because it had nothing to do about Wales. It was just English accents. I did that because I just happened to be there and I had some free time. I thought, yeah, I might as well just do it because there's like nice scenery over there. And then, yeah, what else? Okay, let's go on. So this one, that was my first and only sponsorship. Some people think I was sponsored by NordVPN, but I actually wasn't. That was an affiliate thing, which didn't work out at all. But you know what? Yeah, whatever. It's in the past. That was my first and only sponsorship. That was interesting to make. That was a learning experience, like how to work in this way. Trying to develop an idea that sort of achieves their goals, but also is interesting to me because that, you know, it is behind the scenes. Like when they offer you a sponsorship, they give you like examples of what other people have made in the past, and they gave me like a list of links. I'm like, oh, that's kind of like, it's just the same video 10 different times. It's like how to do this and that. I mean, eventually I changed my title like 10 times, and it sounds the same now. But you know, originally the idea was, this is my journey. I'm trying to do this, and let's track my progress. So I went on LingoPie and like watched some stuff and like try to, but basically like what I do on stream, like break down how I learn things. I thought that was interesting, so I'm happy I did that. And then that was the big project of 2024, because I went on a big trip. You dropped a follow. Oh, did you dropped something, sir? You want to pick it up? But thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's funny because I say it, I'm still gonna keep a foot in musician Sky while shit posting on Lang Sky, and then I just ended up being fully on hashtag Lang Sky, the language community, because my only real life friends who are on Blue Sky are the language ones. I don't know what happened to the musician communities, because I sort of knew a lot of composers and musicians on Twitter. I don't know where they went, so I need to look through them. Yeah, and then like Hong Kong people are mostly on Threads, if you didn't know. Just fun fact, Threads is huge in Hong Kong and Taiwan. I don't know why. I think it's because like Twitter was never popular in Hong Kong, and people were mostly on Instagram, and then Threads was like a completely new thing for us. So like people were like discovering a new way of using social media. Yeah, so my big trip, it was big because for one, I went to many places, and then also I tried to again plan out a video. You know what? Fun fact: I was thinking about making it one long video, which of course I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, because that would have sucked. But if you look through the structure again, it is actually structured like one big video. So I actually jokingly thought maybe I should just put them together and make one video just for posterities, but you know what, whatever. So that had a result on the second video, because I decided to split the video like after I'd filmed everything and started editing. So that was a problem, because the second video, the reason it didn't do as well is because anyway, that was my interpretation, that my analysis is because the first half of the second video is not actually the topic of the video. It was actually a reflection on the previous video. So it's like an episodic thing. Like, but if people haven't seen the previous video, it was completely out of place, which I acknowledged, like, even when I edited it, but it was too late to do anything about that. But yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I could talk to so many friends and talk about different dialects. And I think I've talked about this on stream before, but I'm thinking about like doing something along these lines in the future, but in slightly more professionally. This one was more like, I want to talk about this, and then I'm gonna go to talk to my friends and ask them questions. So it's more like I go somewhere, talk to someone, reflect on that, go somewhere, talk to someone, reflect on that. So it was pretty casual, it's more like an interview, but I'm thinking in the future I want to do something similar, but like more like a documentary. So I have a story to tell, I script out the story, I have a focus, like what the narrative is, what the main points are, and then I talk to people and then find like specific sound bites, or like I find like actual experts rather than just friends. I go to like people who know about some things, and then like ask them certain things to fit into the narrative. So but that's again, that's going to be like a lot of learning. I'm learning bit by bit. I mean, with the camera here, it's helping a little bit, but I'm like picking up the skills one by one. Wait till you see the next video. If I have time to make it, when I have time to edit it. But yeah, people really like that one. I think Poles really like that one. There was quite some fights. Rage baiting works, I guess. Like just talking about Silesia just baits Polish people to argue about like politics and shit. So that was fun. But maybe I'll think of other topics, because these ones are pretty like surface level, I think. Because it's not planned enough. Well, we'll see. I have some rough ideas. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what they are now, but I have some rough ideas of what I want to talk about in the future. I do like traveling, if you haven't noticed, when I can afford it anyway. So, like, I'm envisioning someday I could just go somewhere and then like talk about the languages there. By the way, do you guys know? Let's see. Language stories by Lindsay. Do you guys know Lindsay Does Languages? She's like OG language content creator. Not Ollie, Lindsay. I met her in Polyglot Gathering 2016. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And then she had a series called Language Stories, which is kind of a bit like what I want to do. Yeah, I actually know exactly what I want to do. Well, we'll see. It's impressive. I'm like so impressed. But like, she goes to so many different places, whereas I can only go to certain places. Anyway, and then this is not a new video. It's just a thing that I decided to turn into like a members only video instead of buy me a coffee only. And then this one was suggested. It was not suggested. No, I came up with the idea and talked to someone in chat. What was their name? I see them on Discord quite often, and then they said, yeah, if you make this video, I'm gonna share it with my friends. So and in the comments, so what I did was I I pretended to be unable to pronounce Polish, and then like I drank some Polish beer, and then suddenly I could speak Polish perfectly. That was pretty funny. I enjoyed making that one, but but people were like, "Is that a new persona you're trying on? Are you like a humor language tuber now?" And no, that's still language simp thing. But that was also around the time when like I was I mean the simp was streaming more, and I was like we were talking more. So that was probably maybe that had an inspiration on me. And then this is also part of the trip. That was yeah, when I went to Olomouc in Czechia. So if you didn't see that, that's the part of a series called Canto Learner Highlights, where I talk to Cantonese learners about their journeys. I still really want to do that, but it's surprisingly not easy to find someone to talk to who has learned Cantonese to a level where they can talk about learning Cantonese. So maybe at some point I'll do more of it. It's just, if you know anyone who would like to take part in this, let me know. Yeah, Cantonese is really hard. I should say it's really easy, so everyone should learn that. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, oh yeah, and also I don't want to do like Zoom interview videos. I'm tired of that. I did one episode with Christian. I did this one online, and then I just didn't enjoy editing that. I don't think it looks good. I want to like be with someone in a room, so that also makes it harder. And this one, you probably haven't noticed, but this one recently blew up like fucking hell. It was at like 3K earlier. Now it's like tripled. So maybe the Welsh are like one of those people who swarm a video when you learn their language, and that's I'm happy to do that. I'm like, it's my target language right now, so I'm like happy to oblige. Definitely the title made someone angry as well. But I mean, the Welsh language itself makes some people angry, so what can I say? Oh my god, I don't know why my nose goes crazy when I'm on stream. It's just like a psychological thing. It's like, oh, you want to talk to a bunch of people, let me just screw with you by blocking off your breathing, your respiration. This one the about language class thing, I think that was also, it's in part language learning update, I guess. I didn't really talk about myself. I'm more like it was inspired by my own journey of language learning, because I was at a point where I am at a point where I'm doing 2 language classes at the same time. So that inspired me to think about reasons to or not to go to a language class, and that's how the video came to be. So I think that's also a theme on this channel so far. Anyway, it's been mostly like I'm doing this, and then I feel like this inspired me to talk about certain things, and I talk about it. Maybe what I should do is like talk about other people, like things that are not related to me. But you know what? I'm open to ideas. I feel like one thing that's lacking on my channel is like talking about other things, just things that people are already interested in. I think some of my more popular videos tend to have a more kind of shocking title. That's just how the game works. And yeah, unfortunately, I think this one was you probably haven't noticed, but I've tried on different titles for this one. Actually, most of my videos I've tried different titles, and then like neither of them worked, so I just went back to the original one to like be true to myself. Are you still in Vilnius? No, I would love to go back again, but I'm studying here in England. Are you in Vilnius yourself? So anyway, I went back to this one. This one's more like old school YouTube title. People do say that lists like draw people in, like when you say a list of things, there's 6 things, 10 things. People like to see it more, I think. But yeah, this one this one definitely was like a shocking title kind of thing. Yeah, it's hard because nowadays with the current like meta game, you sort of have to come up with a shocking title and then develop your idea around it. And I'm not happy about that, but that's just how it works. Yeah, I'm constantly looking to other channels for inspiration. Because I don't know. I mean, my ultimate goal is to build an audience that's interested in what I have to say, but at the same time, like one way to draw people in is to talk about things that people are already interested in. So you never know. Love the Cymraeg. Thank you. Diolch. I'm gadi'r Cymraeg. Yeah, that's interesting because it sort of blew up like after I took a break from streaming. So maybe some people who see this will be people who are new to my streams in general. If you recently found my channel through this video, yeah, diolch am ddilyn. I'm glad you're here. Croeso i'r stream. Can someone learn 2 languages at the same time from your experience? Oh, the classic question. Classic. I can refer you, since I'm on my channel page anyway. And we can refer you to this one. This one is a tiny bit of clickbait. I wouldn't say necessarily... it's not like a lie, but it's a bit of bait, to be fair. It's about how you go around them and how you mentally deal with them. You mentally separate them. Like right now I'm learning 2 languages, but they are very different, so I'm not really running the risk of confusing them. But what am I thinking? Yeah, if I were to learn 2 similar languages, I'm like extremely against learning similar languages. It's just me. I think I would recommend it to other people as well, but it's mostly a personal thing. I won't learn a new language that's similar to something that I already speak unless I speak it really well. Like maybe I could learn like a different Slavic language now. I'm not perfect in Polish, but I'm pretty comfortable in it. So yeah. Diolch yn fawr, dwi'n byw yn Cymru. Blwyddyn newydd dda. Blwyddyn newydd dda I chdi hefyd, Mihangel. Yeah, you have the classic app. So I really like that. It's really unique. I love it. Yeah. I was in Wales like not long ago. If you saw that, have you posts? Yeah. Yay! You know how hard it was to capture this. I'm gonna put myself here now. Like I wasn't driving, but it was you have to like carefully follow the map to make sure that we're exactly at the border, and then like pull up the camera. I'm like waiting for it. Show up. Hopefully I don't miss it. And then I wanted to do it again when I went back to England, but then they don't have a sign. They're not as cool as the Welsh. The Welsh have a Croeso I Gymru. Like lots of counties have it. Like Cornwall had it. I was in Cornwall as well. Oh yeah. If you just tuned in, Mihangel, yay! That was my little souvenir from Cornwall. I mean, I was gonna say like guess what it is, but like there's no point guessing. I just told you. So that's Nadolig Lowen in Cornish, or Nadolig Llawen in Welsh, which is Merry Christmas. And I kind of like how cute it dangles here. I put it on like during my Welsh lessons and just show people like, oh, by the way, that little language also still exists. It's your brother. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I used to feel really weirdly about Cornish because it sounds like really anglicized. But you know what? It is what it is. It's gone through a lot. You have to ask, how does Czech sound as a Polish speaker? Actually, just the other day, you know what? It's I can show you. Just the other day, I tried listening to Easy Czech without without subtitles, and see like how much I could understand. So how should I describe it? Like I could just watch something now. Love it, the greatest sign in England. Well, is it really in England? It's on the border. It's on the border. Like I think I tried to watch this one. Let's see. Tourist traps.
Tady Anička a vítejte u dalšího Easy
I could demonstrate like how it...
Dneska chodíme po Praze.
I need to cover the
Ptáme se
subtitles though.
Pražáků, jaké jsou podle nich takzvané tourist traps, neboli pasti na turisty. Ale taky se jich budeme ptát na to,
I think with
jaká
lots of
místa v Praze nebo po
context,
Česku
I
by
get it.
doporučili, aby každý turista viděl. A nakonec se jich ptáme na frázi, kterou by každému turistovi doporučili určitě znát. Tak jo, jdeme na to.
So far I've understood everything.
Typické pasti, no.
You just know lots of Polish people who think Czech is funny because it sounds like diminutives. Yeah, that I was going to say that as well. That was the next thing I was going to say. Yeah, they use a lot more diminutives in Czech than in Polish. So like the same meaning would have like an extra ending in Czech compared to Polish. But the thing is, I think my conclusion when I tried it last time was that if I break down if I break down the text when I look at it, I can easily figure out what things mean. Or like if I listen to it slowly, but at speaking speed, like right now.
Obecně si myslím, že...
Oh, this speed is okay.
Možná díky počtu lidí, co se tam nachází, tak ty nejvíc frekventovaný, takže Václavské náměstí, Karlův most.
See, when it gets faster, my brain can't really catch up and like sort of find the Polish equivalents to the Czech words. So it's more like I end up understanding all the grammar words, and I get all the endings. Like I get all the diminutives in Czech. Like, oh yeah, lots of čka, Czech, and all that. But then I can't figure out what the roots mean.
A z jakého důvodu konkrétně myslíte? Jako, že tam je teda příliš turistů, takže potom třeba ani nic nevidí, že je tam hlava na hlavě, nebo třeba kvůli tomu, že to tam je drahý, nebo z jakého důvodu?
No přesně, určitě hlava na hlavě, protože to znám sama z toho, když někam cestuju.
And obviously there's also different words as well.
Tak si vyhledá ty místa, který mu doporučí internet
normally
jako
you can like sort of guess around it, I guess,
vlastně
from the context.
Tam přijde jediný, co vidí, tak jsou davy lidí a je to vlastně takový nekomfortní. A ty ceny, no to je jasný, no.
Turistický pasti v Praze, tak náplň mě napadá jídlo, to jsem nedávno viděl.
See, that one's harder because it's like he's speaking faster and more connected speech. Does that answer your question? To be fair, I'm not a fluent Polish speaker. I'm comfortable, but I'm not fluent. So yeah, maybe it's not the same thing. What was I going to say? Yeah, I was talking about my trip to Wales. You will see more. I'm going to spoil it. That's my next video because I'm like an hour and a half into the stream. There's not much to spoil. Not many people are going to see that like in the replay. But so that's what my next video is going to be. I did like a road trip around North Wales with my parents. I wasn't driving, so I could like have more time to film things. And look at things, and obviously try to speak Welsh, which was not easy. Surprisingly, it was in freaking Gwynedd. That's the area with the most Welsh speakers, but it's still like far from ubiquitous. So that's gonna be what it's about. That was my first road trip around it, which is really ironic because most people, who speak or most people who learn Welsh have been to lots of places in the country, but like I haven't. I've been to like 3 places at most because I only take the train. I don't live anywhere near. I mean, kind of near, just not that near. So it was ironic that I speak Welsh at a pretty decent level, and then I go there. I'm like, yeah, actually, that's also kind of echoes the point of this. Like, I'm nowhere near as good in Welsh as I am in Polish, but I'm really comfortable in it because I could just code mix things easily from English into Welsh, and also like lots of people are also very helpful because people sometimes they're not perfectly fluent either. So it's like we're working together to make the conversation work, and it's just fun and the fact that, I mean, I'm just recapping the video. I'm sorry, but like it's just true. I'm just spitting truth. So like it might sound the same as a video, and like when I'm speaking Welsh, I just use my English brain most of the time, not completely, but mostly. So it's less of a mental shift. So I'm like really comfortable speaking Welsh now, especially since I don't think I've talked about it in that video, but like I've got a friend that I've been texting like day and night in Welsh. So that helps. And then recently my teacher, my Welsh teacher suggested like I switched to the higher level class. Because maybe she thinks I look bored or something. I'm not very active. Like I have to admit, sometimes like it's an online class, and when you're in an online class, you're bound to get distracted by things, right? So I get distracted, and then I don't get as active in the class. Also, it's big class, so yeah. She suggested I switch to the next level. So still the same, like still advanced, but I like the second part, like B2.2 or something. I'm in like the advanced part 1 now. So-called advanced is actually just B, so it's not C. But yeah, I do want to, by the way, I do want to take the examination next year. If I don't forget to apply for it, I have to apply for it, and probably have to go to Wrexham or something to do it. But I want to take the Welsh examination in B2. If I pass, I'm not sure. Like I feel like I might be like slightly inflating my own level in my head because of all the factors I've mentioned. So maybe I'm overconfident. I don't know. I will have to do some actual studying to actually pass it, probably with like any other language. But if I pass it, I might just use it as proof of language skills in my citizenship application, because the law says you have to have a B2 in one of the national languages of the UK. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I have a master's and I will have a doctoral degree in English, but what if I just ignored that and give you like a certificate in B2 Welsh? What are you going to do about it? So that's my plan. Let's see what I miss. It does. If you could understand that much, then a Polish and a Czech speaker could have a quite comfortable conversation. I think it depends on what they're talking about. It just really, I mean, they have different vocabulary in different contexts. With like grammar words, it's usually easier. But like, there's classic false friends like szukać, everyone knows that. And then lots of words I don't recognize as well. And also, because the sound changes are quite different. So sometimes it would be a word that I would recognize, but it takes a few seconds for it to click. Because like, for example, what's happy in Czech again? Šťastný, like with the sh and then the t. But then in Polish is szczęśliwy. Different, like Polish has an extra infix in the middle, and then the sh becomes a sh. Like they're similar enough. Like you would recognize it, but it wouldn't click instantly. Oh, what? Right. Thanks for being here, Polyglot Mouse. Happy New Year. You have invested in a few pubs that are pure Welsh speaking in the north. You have invested, like literally invested in them. Wow. Applause. Great job. Whereabouts are they? I might go visit them. I mean, not that I could because I don't drive, but maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, I didn't get to go to like pubs because I was with my parents, and my parents don't do that. So kind of a shame. Like in my video script, I had a point where I'm like, try going to a pub and ordering something in Welsh. But I did try. You'll see how it turned out. I'm not gonna spoil it. I did try, but it was only one occasion where I actually went into a pub. Because I mean, Welsh people who see this will know the stereotype that I'm referring to. You know, English people love saying how Welsh people would switch from English to Welsh the moment that they see an English person enter the pub. So it's always specifically the pub. That's why I wanted to do that. But yeah, but the only occasion where I went into the pub on this trip was when I went to a concert by a friend of mine, and then like, you know, it's a tradition. You go to, you sing a concert, you play a concert, and then afterwards you go to a pub. So that's the only way I could get my parents to go to the pub. I'm a pub guy through and through. Like that's one way I fully integrated into the British mindset. There was a South American guy. Mihangel, that is a spoiler. That's a big spoiler. You are thinking of a different thing. You're thinking about the citizenship test. I was talking about the language test for the sake of the citizenship. But I do want to do the citizenship test that the what's his name? Rodolfo did. He's Brazilian. So that will be the topic of a video. You know what? That's why you stay tuned. You know, Mihango, stay tuned. At some point in the next year, you will see a video called "I'm going to do the UK citizenship test in Welsh." Yeah. I'm not gonna like hide it anymore. It's gonna be there at some point, and hopefully people will be supportive. But I don't know when it's gonna happen. At some point, because I do have to do the test by the end of 25, or like by early 26, and then I want to leave some leeway so that I can like make sure I pass. Funny story, by the way. I'm probably not going to talk about this in that video, so I'm going to talk about it now. Funny story. I was looking into how I might go about it, because when Rodolfo did it, you know, is Physical Gamer still here? If you are, let me know if my pronunciation's good. So when he did it, he had to like call someone to convince them to do it. So I was wondering, how might I go about it? So I went to the website. There's like a special requests thingy. And then I clicked, there was an option, I want to do the test in Welsh, and then I clicked next. So I was expecting like to go to a different part of the form where there's a submit button, but no, it just submitted right away. So like they have gotten my request and responded to it. I'm like, what do I do now? Like, I don't want to do it yet. I haven't studied yet. So I'm still ghosting them at the moment. But like next year, I guess like, I don't know when, but at some point in 25, I'm going to like send a proper request and like actually study for the test. Like so lots of exams, like PhD exam, language exam, citizenship test. Jesus Christ. It's going to be stressful. You're in the south. So Mentertin San. Is that one name? Co-op investor was a lot of us. That's kind of cool. What's your opinion on like the state? Well, I don't know where exactly you are. Like, you don't have to reveal it, but like, you could. Like, how do you feel about the state of the Welsh language where you are? Because I just watched a short program on the S4C called Colli dy Dafod, where they talked to people in the valleys and the Cymoedd about how they think about the Welsh language. And apparently, I mean, lots of people don't speak it but support it. So that was pretty interesting to me, because I do know like lots of people feel pretty negatively about the Welsh language, like in parts of Wales where they don't speak it as much, and they're like, oh, it's a waste of space and money. It's there's no point. Nobody speaks it. You're gonna go now. Well, good to see you too, Amr. Happy New Year in advance. You wait. I think you're ahead of me, so it's probably New Year soon. Anyway, what was I going to look up? I'm just going to look up Mentertin San. Okay, so Tien San. So this one is it the thing? Tien San, like shrink it a bit. Oh, you saw that my Firefox is in Welsh. This one. or Ti'n Llan wedi cau am ychydig fisoedd ar gyfer gwaith adnewydd. Is that like one place? Buddsoddi. Oh, I see. You can invest. Digwyddiadau amdano ni. Bywyd tig. Lle mae'r tŷ? Oh, there is English, to be fair. Where is it? Lle? O ble? Hafan digwyddiad amdano ni. Y pwyllgor rheoli. Buddsoddi. Polisi iaith. Polisi iaith. Cymraeg o iaith menter Tŷ'n Llan. Mae'n delwedd gyhoeddus a hunaniaeth gorfforaethol yn rhoi lle amlyca i'r Gymraeg. Oh, that's why I defaulted to Welsh. Gute Nacht. All right. Hope you enjoy your countdown. Hope if you do that. Is that why it defaulted to Welsh, or is it because my browser is in Welsh? My entire computer is in Welsh, so maybe that could be why. With hoswaith gweithredu mewnol ac weinidol, yeah. So mentor is like the plan to support it, right? The investment. But I actually is this one location? Oh wait. Fuck me. There is a map right here. I'm an idiot. Wait, how do I zoom it? I know fuck all about Welsh geography. I know a bit more now after having planned that road trip for my parents. So I know some things about at least Gwynedd. Where is this? Caernarfon's here. Okay, that puts me somewhere. So that's I can zoom out. That helps. Oh, so that's Penllyn. Oh yeah, so we passed by it because like we went from Porthmadog on the last day, along this road to Caernarfon. So like we sort of passed by it. Yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I want to go there. That seems pretty cool. But you know it's gonna be really hard because I don't drive again. So hope there is a bus or something. There is an airport. There's a Caernarfon airport. What the hell? I never knew that. I might have heard of it, but like, where do they fly? I also want to go to Penllyn at some point. Maybe I'll just I'll plan another trip just to go here and then go to Penllyn, go to Nant Gwrtheyrn because everyone loves Nant Gwrtheyrn. Gwrtheyrn. Maybe I'll do like a course there, but like the courses are always so freaking full. Labas. Kasi. Mandas sat. Oh wait, it's just the same thing, but reversed. Labas. Wait, where was I? So I'm doing like a recap of my 2024. No, our 2024. Insert Soviet Union meme. It's our channel. Oh my god, this is exciting. Guys, star moment. Look at this. This is the exposing fake polyglot YouTubers guy. I've already got his attention. Oh my god. This is an important moment for me. So like I've always said, like once this guy starts talking about you, you know you've sort of made it in the YouTube polyglot space. So thank you for noticing me, exposing fake polyglot YouTubers. It's an honor for you to be on my channel. Feel free to browse around. Feel free to look at my videos for like 2 hours and talk about them nonstop. I'm so happy. I'm proud of myself. Thank you. I'm so proud that you're here. Oh, this is a moment. This is a great moment in 2024. Oh, I've been waiting for this. That's like we do actually talk about when I go to like the Polyglot gatherings. Like people are like, oh, you know that guy. Once he starts talking about you, you know, like you're getting somewhere. You're getting somewhere. So let's see. No, really, you have. This is amazing. Okay, hold on. I need to see this. Let's do like a reaction thing. Whoa, what did I miss? Where is it? What? Oh, you do Metatron as well. No, I can't find it though. Yeah. Oh no, you're not the bad guy. No, you're like like what do you call that? Yardstick now. Like everyone knows about you. It's like it's the measure, just like the central council for whether a YouTube channel is important. I can't find the video though. You're not on my channel yet. Oh damn it. Okay, let me know when you post it. I'm gonna like tell my friends and like flex on them. Oh, this is great. Make sure to put me on the thumbnail, okay? I can't wait. Sakikim kad gerai sekasi. Aha. How do they Sakik. I forgot what Sakik is. Is it a troll channel? I mean, you can decide for yourself, Kamil. So what he does is he sort of like looks at a language channel and then like says he's a fake scammer for like 4 hours straight. Okay, well we'll see. So let's look at other chats. Hold on, give me 1 second. That's better. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, he's just sort of taken over the chat box. I can't see any other things anymore. Oh yeah, Blaine. I was gonna respond to like Blaine I went. So the other Blaine so I went to the one Blaine the Blaine that's some of the weird accent Blaine. I went to Blaina Festiniog, but like barely, because we went there and it's winter, so we went there in the dark, and then sort of left in the morning. It was like raining throughout the entire trip. Classic Britain. I wouldn't say it's a Welsh thing in particular; it's a British thing. But then I'm aware of the other Blaenau. Does Blaenau sort of means like something like peaks, right? I assume. So Blaenau Festiniog is like sort of peaks in Eryri, and then Blaenau Gwent is sort of like, oh, is it like something else? I know it's related to mountains, because this one Blaenau Gwent is just outside of Banau Brycheiniog. So oh, you can't, oh, you can still see it on the screen, thank God. Oh yeah, sort of. We could have cleared it. It's bad here, 6%. I'm learning it, but up against the ethos of generation scared to learn it due to idealism. Yeah, that's sort of the story. That's always the story. People like scared to use it. It was beaten out of the other people. Yeah, I mean it's more complex than that. I've heard like people saying it's not as simple as just like Welsh not like beating people who speak the language and that's it. No, it's more complex, but still, it's a whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what you can do about it. It's you need to build the community somehow. I mean, Cornwall's trying it, and it was like completely dead for hundreds of years. So, well, you get to. I mean, hopefully get somewhere. You know, the whole million Welsh speakers thing, in by 2050. I hope it gets somewhere. I mean, I'm hopefully contributing in some capacity. I mean, at least I'm contributing one speaker if it helps, and then I talk about it. I hope I'm not just garnering the attention of people who already speak Welsh, but also like promoting it to people who don't speak it. But you never know. You never know. Like with YouTube and everything. Let's see. Where's the stress? The thing about Lithuanian is like I don't know where the stress is. So like, is it sakikim or sakikim or sakikim? That was my favorite thing about Polish, because the stress is so easy. Kind of good. Thank you. Ačiū už what for explaining. What is explaining? I forgot. Yeah, Lithuania is like a year beyond me. I can probably still understand some things, like for example, like welcome. Hold on. What is welcome? I'm sort of proving the guy of I'm proving the point of the fake YouTubers guy. Yes, sveiki atvike. Labas laimingu ateinančių naujųjų metų. Okay, so hold on. Happy something new year, right? So with the U, you're wishing me that. So I wish you happy ateinančių. Ateinanti is a participle. So is it like, oh wait, at einan. Yeah, ateinanti. At is it like approaching? So at 80 is approaching. So ateinanti, the approaching new year. Laimingu ateinančių naujųjų metų. Ar teko susipažinti su lietuvių kalbos tarmėmis? I need you have to go, Chwilfawr. Diolch am dan ysgrifio. A mi wara chdi yn fuan. Dwi'n gobeithio. Thank you. Darmemis. What is darme? It's like earlier when I was like looking at Czech, like I recognize all the endings, but like what is darme? So the root is darme, right? Darme. Oh, dialect. Oh, okay. Arteko susipažinti. Oh, have you already met Lithuanian dialects? Is that what it means? What is teko? I don't know teko. Teko. Wait, it's the past tense. Hold on. Because susipažinti is the infinitive. Teko. No, I don't remember. Help me out here. Taut vidas. Taut vidai. No, is it dai? I think is it right? Yeah, taut vidai. So have you seen? Have you like met with a Oh, had the chance. That's so cool. I like the word. That's a verb, right? I'm gonna remember that. So have you had a chance to come across the Lithuanian dialects, right? Tekti. It's tekti. So it's to be granted. Very cool. Teko. I think we have talked about the dialects during the classes. We have talked about them. Especially I had a classmate when I studied Lithuanian who was interested in this kind of things. Like he freaking hell. He like studied those are actual niche languages, like, I don't know, somewhere in the north of Europe. So he is interested in that kind of stuff. That's why we've talked about it. But and also I don't know, where's my geography? My teacher does come from that area. It's escaping. What's the most famous like dialect, the minority language? There's one that I'm thinking of. Samogician. Yeah, that one. Žemaitija. My teacher came from there, so like my Žemaitija. What's stress? Žemaitija, I think. So my classmate has talked to her about it. So that's pretty cool, but no, I haven't really heard it myself. Just like we've talked about the dialects, and like he's tried to buy a book in it. It's yeah, I have to say it's really niche, because you have to go there to actually see. Have I ever been to that area? Let's see. Where is Samojisha? You're from Žemaitija. Oh, okay, yeah, I thought so. It's like the most proper common one. I'm sorry, my geography is not the best, so I'm trying to recall where exactly it is. I'm looking at the map. Hold on, how have I been there? Yeah, it's, oh wait, hold on. It's Klaipėda in inside Žemaitija. Or is it like outside it? Is Klaipėda in it? Technically. Or is it its own thing? Oh no, it's Lithuanian Minor. So no, it's. Oh right, okay. So it's like just. I can show you guys the map. This is a very sudden departure, like change of topic, but yeah. So I don't know. I need to share this. Yep, this one. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, what am I doing? This. Move over. Okay. Yeah. So for other people who are watching, this is Samojisha, j'aimerais dire. J'aimerais dire. My pronunciation is not perfect. So I've been through it then. Yeah. I've been through it because like we did a road trip towards Klaipėda, and then we passed through Žemaitija, Samojisha. Like we stayed in like a like a national park or something. Let me check. What's the name of the national park? I'm sure it'll come back to me when I look at the map. We passed by Cholet. Is Cholet in Žemaitija? Because now that I checked, Klaipėda is here, so it's like technically it is like Croatia, just taking up the coast. Varnje, is it Varnje? Maybe I. No. It is Žemaitijos nacionalinis parkas. I think because there's a huge lake. We stayed literally by the lake. It was beautiful. I mean, we were there. It was dark when we were there, but like lots of stars to be gazed. And then we did like a little walk around. I can show you that as well. Did a little walk around the lake. The Platelio Jež. Žemaitijos nacionalinis parkas. It was great. And then we went on to Klaipėda and then went back. Yeah. The things that I don't get to do when I'm alone because I don't drive. So let's see. Hence your question. Figured you'd ask since written dialects is quite troublesome to read even to some magicians. Really, they have released Little Prince. Oh, is that a recent thing? What do you? Can you like write the name of the translation? I want to look at it. Like, not that I'm gonna understand anything because I barely understand Lithuanian, Lietuvių, but you know. Might as well check it out. But yeah, so that's where I stayed. Just literally by the lake. It was beautiful. I love this country. It's great. Yeah, I didn't get to do like lots of traveling within it. I think what I did was I was there for like 3 weekends, and then I went somewhere every weekend. So the first weekend I just went outside of Vilnius. Just went to the Žalieji ežerai. Why do I still remember the name so well? I remember it a bit too well. Like I could say it without. Here it is. Žalieji ežerai. Because I said it in the video. That's why it stuck in my head. And then the next weekend I went to Kaunas, and then the third weekend we went all the way. Like we drove all the way across, and then we wanted to go to Chalet, but we couldn't fit it in because of delays. So we went, like, we saw like castles, and then like we passed by and went to Klaipėda and back. And then the fourth weekend, because I had if you see my Lithuanian videos, you see I had a sudden music thing. I had to go back to England for a weekend, which was really ironic. Thankfully, I didn't pay for it. Yeah, I hope that was interesting to you, like my exploits in Lithuania. And just definitely let me know about the or is it not a new thing? Is a Little Prince an old thing? Because you made it sound like a new thing for a bit, but maybe you learned some Czech language before the gathering. It will be easy for you Kamil, let's face it. Because you're a native in Polish, it's going to be easy. You just have to learn. When you learn a similar language, you just learn what's different rather than learn how to use the language. I guess for me, it might be similar, but yeah, I couldn't dedicate time to it. Just FYI, for the Polyglot Gathering, they always have like a language challenge. Usually, so they give you like 40 days before the gathering starts, and then you try to learn as much as you can, and then they try to like compete to see who learned it best. Usually, it's 2 languages. One that's the language of the host country, and the other one would be like something like, depends on the year. Like one year they had Ukrainian because of the war, and they often have Esperanto because they love Esperanto over there. One year they had Interslavic, Mejusloviański. I really wanted to do that one, but I didn't have the time. And then my friend went there, just learned it for one day, and then like used Croatian to fake it, and then he won, and that was funny. But yeah, I do want to learn Mejusloviański one day, but not now. Well, the dialectal release is new, Lithuanian version not at all. Okay, well, yeah, well, let me know what the name is, because I don't even know what Little Prince in Lithuanian is. So like, let me know. I might just look at it. You took a test and you're already B1 in understanding. Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you learn similar languages, it's easy to understand, but then when you have to use it, it's a different story, because it's a different skill altogether. Yeah, because I've been there. Like I can understand some languages like to a certain degree, but I wouldn't ever be able to speak them without actually practicing and studying. So yeah. Okay. Before we finish, I'm just gonna continue the recap and then like talk about New Year's resolutions, right? So feel free to hang around. I don't know who else is still here. Some old regular watchers are gone by now because they're probably counting down or something. But you know, let's see what else I did. So I did the classroom one, talking about whether to go to classes. It's funny because I'm a big fan of studying alone. I've mostly studied alone, but you know, in some cases there are good reasons to go to class, and like I just happen to be in those circumstances. So maybe you guys can go to class. Like just don't be close towards it when you're learning a language. Don't like reject the idea completely, because it's kind of like mainstream in this like YouTube space to do self-study, but it depends on the person, depends on the situation. This one, and then the Hong Kong English names thing. Actually, the idea came from my mate Samuel, because he actually, no, multiple friends of mine have written like articles about it. I just turned it into a video and like added a little sketch. That was the first time I like properly did a sketch in a video. Not sure I still want to do that, but you know, I'm open to it. And Kamil said your name is what? Kinky, right? Kinky actually means something in Japanese, I think, but not in Cantonese. Isn't that going to be a challenge to learn Czech or other language to A2? Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be one for Czech, and then plus something else. Maybe Tokipona or something. I'm calling it. It might be Tokipona. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I have like enough. I mean, as I said, I have like 2 languages to learn, 2 exams to take, and also a PhD to finish. So I'm not gonna like add anything more. Like I have my 2025 goals ready, like locked in. So yeah, but like I do recommend like you give it a try, because why not? Like people will be doing it together with you, and then there's gonna be like a competition, like where you go to talk to someone in the language to test your ability. Yeah, and it's gonna be more popular than like Interslavic. Hopefully multiple people are gonna be doing that. It's like people can look stupid together. Majasis. Oh yeah, so Majasis, the little, Majasis princess, Žemaitiškai. Let's see if I can. Majasis princess, Žemaitiškai. Tai Žemaitiškai. Sveiki atvykę, mažojo princo planeta. I still remember my endings. That's good. I remember this is the all that. Because princas, princo. Majasis, is it major? So majoyo. Did you like a preview? To be fair. So wait, hold on. This is just this is in Lithuanian, right? That looks normal to me because I don't understand that much, but it looks pretty regular to me. Skrendam toliai. Toliau. I can't. Because like both Welsh and Lithuanian have lots of words that end with like au, and I was learning both of them at the same time, so I keep saying them wrong. And now like I've been focusing on Welsh for a while now. I just keep seeing this and see no, it's toliau. The whole page is in standard Lithuanian. Yeah, I want the preview. Oh, was that the preview? Oh, is it like Vienna? Like Vienna, I'm guessing. Vienna karta, kamon bova sheshi meta kni. I can't judge how close it is to Lithuania because I don't speak enough Lithuanian to actually guess my way through it. I mean, I know what it's about. I just know the first word, Vienna karta, one time, right? One time. Is it karta or kartas? Karta? No, it's kartas, right? In Lithuanian. Yeah, kartas, and then you use the accusative Vienna karta with a tail, with the organic. Para. How different is it though? Tautvidei. How different is it? Like, because I can't tell myself, but like if you only knew standard Lithuanian, like how much could you guess your way through it? Vot pats geriausias annuo portraits. I know portraits. Oh wait, hold on. This feels a bit like Latvian. Portraits. That's ending is very Latvian. Anyway, so that pretty much concludes it. And then that brings us to like the present day. This is, if you guys have been following my streams, I know some of you have. You will have seen all this already because that's a compilation of stuff that actually took me forever to make because I had to go through all my streams from August, from late July to September, and then look for fun facts. To be fair, I could just like search it because YouTube like transcribed everything automatically, so I could like search through it. But still means that I have to like go through like 60 search results in every video, and that was like 20. I don't know how many. Lots and lots of live streams to get all the fun facts in one video. And even if you're not already interested in Welsh, I recommend the video because like I think they are interesting, like just for people who are interested in like languages and cultures in general, like how languages work in different societies. And then, oh, by the way, members only videos. This one's fun. So if you want to see that, become a member today. I think Camila as a member, so like he has been able to see the videos. And then the last one is the sign language one. That was another one where I think the first one in a while where I like actually make the video in my target language, because like in these interviews, like I mean I talk to people in the language. I talk to people in Polish, I talk to people in German, but I was just asking questions. I wasn't like making the actual points. And like the narration is still in English, but this one is the when was the last time I did that? This one, like I mean I spoke some French here. This one was a presentation. I wasn't really just talking in the camera. Yeah, what the hell? This one I guess that is the Polyglot video. But other than that, the last language showing update that I made was, I guess, here? No, what? Oh my god. Yeah, these ones. Yeah, this one. This one was in Polish. This one is completely in Polish. So yeah, that was the first one since like 3 years ago. Oh my god. So it's a good try. I hope people enjoy like watching me trying using my target languages. So relaxed person, nadolig llawn a hwyr. Ich di hefyd. Hefyd blwyddyn newydd dda. Yeah, mae gen ni 3 awr yn ôl tan y blwyddyn newydd. Tan y flwyddyn newydd. Dwi'n nerfus iawn achos mae... Dwi wedi deud bod y flwyddyn 2025 yn... drwm. Yn llawn o waith, llawn o arholiadau, llawn o stres, ond dwi'n gobeithio mi fyddai'n mwynhau'r flwyddyn hefyd, mwynhau dysgu ieithoedd, parhau ddysgu'r ieithoedd dwi wedi bod yn dysgu, felly, yeah, be di gynlluniau ar gyfer y flwyddyn newydd, relaxed person. But anyway, yeah, no, I mentioned earlier, my next video is going to be my road trip in Wales, in North Wales. I'm a bit tired of doing vlogs where I just show myself going on a trip and like show my trip. So I always try to like go on a trip but also tell a story of some sort. And that was going to be like the origin story, because like chat during streams keep asking why I'm learning Welsh, and like ever since this one blew up, I've also gotten like quite a few questions about that as well. So that video is going to be the origin story of me and Gymraeg while I was in Wales, and like going around different places and like reflecting on what the different places mean to me, even though I was there for the first time. Yeah, it was fun to film. It was very difficult because it was raining all the time. So I had to avoid certain places. Couldn't like just stand in front of a lake and like put my camera in the rain. Sometimes I had to have my dad like hold the camera under an umbrella. Well, you'll see. It's at that point where it's inconvenient to think of it as a different language, but also difficult to read in Lithuanian mindset. Yeah, I mean, that's how languages are. Like, the whole point of like this series, like language and dialects, what is a language, what is a dialect, is that the distinction is kind of pointless, because it's a spectrum. Like, that's how languages naturally are. Like, languages are naturally not divided into languages and dialect. That's not what they came with. Naturally, they develop and then gradually become different. So trying to force these ways of speaking into like boxes like languages and dialects is a meaningless exercise. And this is a good example where it's not different enough to be a completely different language, but also too different to be the same language. So I don't know, like, you have to give a name somehow, but if you had to choose one, like, I would rather just say it's a variety, or it's a way of speaking that is similar to Lithuanian, I guess. The endings are almost identical to Latvian. Cool. I actually don't know any Latvian. Like, I have a good friend who studies both Lithuanian and Latvian. Like, they do Baltistika in Poland. So like studying just Baltic languages, so they know both. But I haven't touched Latvian yet. I do have the Glossika courses for both Lithuanian and Latvian, because I got them in a package deal. I think that was, yeah, they had a sale where I could get Lithuanian and Latvian in one package, and then I never touched them. No, I did touch them. I like listened to like several files in Lithuanian, but that's it. and then not Latvian. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I might wrap up soon because I do have work to do, but yeah, it's like less than 3 hours until 2025. Is this where we collectively make New Year's resolutions? Okay, everyone who's here, who's listening, tell me your New Year's resolutions, because it's gonna be, if you don't make them now, it's gonna be too late. You're gonna miss the deadline. Our deadline is like 3 months. 3 hours 3 hours. Why did I confuse 3 months and 3 hours? What the hell? That's so weird. So what are yours? I mean, you could also say you don't have one. Have you seen the video where I was like, hold on. That was a while. I think they were like 2022 or something. Let's see. Oh, that was my first ever short on YouTube. This one. Put it here. This one. Have you seen this one? This was a pretty fun. Yeah, I think that was sort of still in the like late COVID era, so I was just in the wild, and that was like my first few times filming myself in the public, so I was like really shy. I mean, I still am, but like I was extra shy back then. Like I was afraid of people looking at me. I was just in a garden in a park near my home. I filmed this one, and also there was the one where I cameoed in on Easy Polish. Hold on, I'm gonna show you that one afterwards. But anyway, so this one was my New Year's resolution in 2022. Kamil has one. Other people, do you have any resolutions? How would you say resolution? New Year's and tell me how you say New Year's resolutions in your languages. Let me see. I'm gonna Google. In Adinedai. Is it like Adewid, Adined, Adinedai, Blwyddyn Newydd. Adinedai, Blwyddyn Newydd. Okay, so this one was mine. If you haven't seen this.
February and we're past the new year, and some of you have been asking me if I've got any sort of language learning goals for 2022. And now I can very confidently tell you that my New Year's resolution is to not learn a brand new language, except maybe sign language. But then again, I technically started in 2020, so it all works out anyway. So,
oh my god, yeah, I was so shy back then that I couldn't even speak up. Like now, I'm projecting my voice, and even in my upcoming video, like I'm on location, so I'm talking relatively normally. But this one, my like first time-ish, so I was like, oh, I'm scared. I'm just gonna like whisper in my phone. I didn't have a mic. No, I didn't have a mic. It was like, my New Year's resolution. I was so shy. So did you hear that? I think that was not necessarily funny, but like there's a point, because it's easy to say I want to learn a new language, I want to do this and that, but for us like in this community, it's actually harder to like stick to one thing. People who like learning new languages. So and for me anyway, like I keep getting tempted by new languages constantly. Like I say I like to stick to languages that I'm already learning, but I have to admit it's not easy. Like I'm tempted by new languages, and then like I accidentally start it. I accidentally started Breton earlier on stream. I haven't gone anywhere far, but like I kind of did it. And then so in 2022 I was like, yeah, I'm gonna resolve. I'm gonna tell myself to stick to the ones I'm already doing and not do anything new. But also that's sort of when I started sign language, actually, VSL, because I mean I also said that in my last video, but before that, as I say in this video, I had done some online courses in 21, and then in 22 I like did it actually in a class. So that was it. By the way, so you see elsewhere on the net, that was fun fact. Yeah, this one was the first time I was on Easy Polish. I filmed it in the exact same location. And that was when like we sent in our videos. Where am I? Wait, where? Oh, here. It's gonna be so cringe. It was a pandemic. I hadn't got a haircut in a while, so please don't laugh.
Nareszcie chcę
Not this guy, not this guy.
obywatelstwo polskie. Ja się uczę polskiego, dlatego że Polacy są moim zdaniem dość podobni do nas Hongkończyków. Mamy złożone historie, byliśmy
cringe.
pod wpływem dużych państw i teraz jesteśmy znani jako pracownicze, być może konserwatywne ludy i jako ludzie, których w każdym kraju można znaleźć.
10 lat temu
Yeah, that was it. I recorded that like I don't know how many times. The hair and like the casual lack of confidence, the cringe pronunciation. I mean, I'm better now. Like I think. Hold on. And then afterwards, I've been on Easy Polish a couple more times. I mean, this one was 1 year ago. When's the? Cause like after that, I've met them at Polyglot Gathering several times where they interview lots of people who have learned Polish. This one was a short that had my freaky face on it. Where is the latest one? This one was the newest one. Oh yeah. They gave me so much screen time. I was scared. Like, dude, I like don't give me this much screen time.
A teraz tylko używam tego języka codziennie.
Polskiego już uczysz?
Uczę się polskiego. Uczyłem się może przez 3-4 lata, a teraz tylko używam tego języka codziennie.
Yeah, so you can see like how I got like a little bit better.
No nie najlepsza wersja, najlepsza droga do nauczenia się polskiego.
Na początku
I don't like watching myself.
Ważnych słowach, bo ja wtedy pobrałem sobie takie fiszki z internetu, a potem jest mnóstwo różnych słów, takich nieużytecznych, więc na początku zbyt wcześnie nauczyłem się słów jak bluźnierstwo albo...
Bluźnierstwo?
Tak.
Ojej.
I wstrząsający. A to oczywiście na tamtym poziomie nie trzeba było, więc ja nie korzystałbym z tych fiszek dzisiaj.
That was so much screen time. Like, dude. Oh. And then I said to Justina, because we work together, right? I'm like, why did you put so much of me in it? Like, everyone gets less screen time. And then she said, you make such good points. So I guess I'm thankful. It was just, yeah, it's not easy being on the other side of the camera because you're not in control. Like when I'm making my own videos, it's I see what I'm recording and then I edit it. Like I know what's good, what's bad. But then when someone else records you sort of don't get anything until it's public, and then it's unnerving. But anyway, so I don't know why I got into that, but language. Mostly to learn languages, Camille, and also a new job. Yeah, I don't hope for a new job. I need a new job. Language related resolution would be to get better in Chinese. I'm already doing some progress, so I just need to keep the pace. Keep it up. I'm sure you can make it. Your postanowienie noworoczne. Yeah, it just takes time. Lots of things takes time. Lots of things take time. That's why you can't just say I want to learn this language in the new year and then like call it a day. To enjoy Italian more because my level is fine, just get to B1 in Swedish, mainly for job purpose. Oh, are you learning Swedish? I do know like quite a few Polish people learning Swedish. That's interesting. Yeah, I think mine would be, it's boring, but I just want to continue what I'm doing. Because I've been doing pretty much, I've been quite consistent. Wait, hold on. Guys, did I play the video with sound on or off? Because I might... Kamil, did you hear the bluźnierstwo? Because I might have accidentally muted it. I'm a fucking idiot. Let me know. Like, if it's muted, I'm just gonna play it again. Because, like, I'm pretty proud of what I said there. I made good points. Anyway, so I might just want to continue doing what I've been doing. Do I want to do anything? Yes. Wait. Yes. Meaning, was it muted? Was it muted or was it? Did it have sound? I'm scared. Did you hear me? Anyway, I was saying. Yeah. I'm thinking if I want to do anything new. I mean, I'm definitely gonna like actually use my Welsh more in the coming year. Just not a resolution, but just it's gonna happen because of things that I have planned. You know what? My resolution is to be more proactive, take more initiatives. Like we say mentor in Welsh, mentor. Because like I still want to do creative things, like whether it's music or whether it's like content creation. I want to make things. I like to make things, and I think in the new year I need to be more proactive, like start projects, like get people to join projects and like actually get things going. Because so far I've been relatively passive. I'm like, oh, there's this project, I'm gonna join the project and then do my part. But if I want to live my life as like a creative person, I need to, as I said, start things. Like I was talking to someone about potentially writing music for like a Welsh theatre play, and it's not going anywhere yet. And I wanted to go somewhere, and lots of things like that I want to do that I just keep putting off because I'm sort of stressed by the things I'm currently doing. So I need to like manage it better so I can do the things that I need to do, but also have time to start other things, to like catch up with people, like check up on progress, like get people to do things with me, collaborations, whether it's like YouTube collaborations or artistic collaborations, all of that. I can't just do things one by one anymore. You know what I mean? Because I think that's going to be my resolution. I think it's a good one. Like it's not one thing I want to do, but it's one change I want to make in my lifestyle. I think this change is going to actually make an impact on like the way my career development, I suppose, and also obviously that also impacts you guys, because I want to make good stuff for you. I have lots of ideas, I have things I'm passionate about and like some of you are interested in, so I want to make sure to like actively like follow up. That's the word, follow up on the things I want to do. I think that's a good ending for the pre-New Year. What pre-New Year? That's just New Year's Eve. The New Year's Eve catch up. I'm really glad I got to like talk to some of you again. Got some old viewers. Obviously, Kamil has been here for a long time. Ludwig has been here throughout quietly. And some people have come and gone. I'm really glad I got to see you all because it's been a while. I have always enjoyed like these sessions where we get to like talk about languages, talk about me or just life as a multilingual and etc. Or just even just an artist, creator. Blwyddyn newydd dda. Oh, Petriol. What's Petriol? I forgot what Petriol means. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized I haven't told a story. I was going to tell that story. All right, just before we finish, the story was I probably have told it, but like for people who haven't heard it, they do like poster sale every semester at all the universities in the UK. It's the same company going around different universities and selling posters and frames and big posters, just the three things. And then I walked past. I wasn't planning to buy any, and then walked past and I heard the seller speaking Polish to someone. I was like, it's my chance. I gotta do it. So I went over and like asked some casual question about the posters in Polish. I didn't even remember what the word for poster was. But anyway, obviously, shocked native. He was very happy. And he instantly gave me like he was closing, but like he said, next time we're open, come over and then I'll give you a discount on everything. And then sure enough, he even told his employees that about me and then told them to give me the discount. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that poster and the frame and also a bigger one downstairs. So that was like £5 for each. So that's the story. That's the polyglot discount, the polyglot privilege. That's what you get when you learn someone's language, or more like when you just happen to run into someone who speaks the language that you're learning. Yeah, Petriel is a rectangle, I remember. Is it rectangle or rectangle? I never remember the pronunciation in English. That's really hard. But yeah. Petriel, diolch am rando, diolch am wylio. Does gen i'n syniad pa mor hir dwi wedi bod yn gwylio, ond diolch am fod wedi aros efo ni yma cyn y blwyddyn newydd. Cyn y flwyddyn newydd. Fuck grammar. Cyn y flwyddyn newydd. Mae'r flwyddyn newydd yn agosau yn gyflym iawn. Dwi'n methu credu bod wedi bod yn streamio ers 2 awr a hanner. Mae'r amser, bob amser, mae'r amser wastad yn hedfan pan dwi'n streamio. Achos, dwi'n just mwynhau siarad efo chi, efo chat, yn deud straeon, yn weithiau yn ymarfer fyddiaethoedd, weithiau yn dysgu hefyd, ond dim heddiw, croeso dim ond wedi ymuno yn ddiweddar. Wel, diolch am ymuno, mae dy Gymraeg yn dda iawn. Diolch am y ganmoliaeth. Ganmoliaeth, dwi'n meddwl. Dwi'n mynd i checio. Am y ganmoliaeth. Yep. Diolch am y ganmoliaeth. Mae gen i nodau pwysig a canodd iawn yn y flwyddyn newydd ar gyfer fy Gymraeg. Felly, dwi angen gwella yn gyflymach hefyd. Mae gen i arholiadau, mae gen i bydd gen i arholiadau, bydd gen i nodau, brosiectau, neu podlediadau, dwi ddim yn gwybod, ella hyd yn oed yn ymddangos mewn teledu neu rhywbeth. Felly dwi angen gwella yn gyflymach ar gyfer gallu teimlo yn gyffyrddus yn siarad o flaen cynulleidfa. Ond bydd o leia un fideo am y Gymraeg ac un fideo ychwanegol yn y Gymraeg yn y flwyddyn newydd. Dwi'n gallu addo. Well, so thanks everyone for being here. I'm gonna go and have a beer maybe because it's a New Year's Eve, so fuck everything else. I'm gonna see you. Poblwch I chdi. Yeah, you say chdi. I love chdi. Wait, who was it who said in a comment that I sound like a Northwesterner? I told that to my friend who I text all the time. They're from Penllyn, and then they said, "Yo, you're welcome." So I've fully I've committed to like just copying everything that my friend says. So I've been saying chdi for a while, which makes it awkward in lessons because everyone else says ti. But anyway, poblwch chdi a dalia ati. Diolch am y gefnogaeth. Please parhawch I watcho fy fideos, watcho fy nghynnwys I yn y flwyddyn newydd. Dwi'n gobeithio gwneud pethau diddorol ar gyfer chi, ar eich gyfer yn y flwyddyn newydd. Dwi'n gobeithio cael digon o amser hefyd achos mi fydda i'n mor brysur achos oherwydd y doethuriaeth, ond dwi'n obeithiol, dwi'n optimistaidd. Optimistaidd? Is it? Positive. Did I just make up a word? Optimistaidd. I made up the right word. So thanks everyone for being here. I'll see you in 2025. I can't tell when I'm going to stream again, but I'll try because I enjoy this so much. Maybe next time I'll go back to study streams, because if I do skip to the next level like my teacher offered, I'm going to have to actually catch up again Like every time every time I say I'm done with studying Welsh on stream, I have some new goals. So I might have to do some studying again, or I might go back to gaming, like playing games in Polish, or for sure when the Welsh game comes out, I really can't wait for it. Like, I'm so impatient. When it comes out, I'm definitely gonna stream the fucker. I'm gonna stream it to hell. And I hope all you Welshies will be there to watch it, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the game in Welsh, and I'm gonna talk to the game, like talk to myself in Welsh as well. And I'm gonna talk to chat in English. So it's gonna, if there is no Welsh speakers in chat, that's gonna be really awkward. Like when I talk to myself in Welsh. So yeah, be there. I'll see you next year. Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you have had a great 2024. And